3 sardine habits that could be damaging your health, and most seniors have no idea they're doing them. Before we start, let me ask you something surprising. How can a food that's low in mercury, high in omega-3s, rich in calcium, packed with protein, and proven to protect your heart and brain, still end up harming your health if you're not careful? Because even though sardines are one of the safest, most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, most people, especially seniors, make at least 3 dangerous mistakes that quietly erase those benefits. And the worst part? You probably don't even realize you're doing them. Think about your own habits for a moment. Are you sure you're choosing the right type of sardine from the shelf? Do you store leftovers properly? Or let them spoil without noticing? Have you ever rinsed sardines under water, thinking it makes them healthier? And here's the big one. Are you throwing away the part that actually contains the most nutrition? Sardines aren't underrated because of what's inside the can. They're underrated because of what people do after opening it. From storage slip-ups to cooking mistakes, these little fish lose their goodness long before they can help your heart, your bones, or your brain. In today's video, I'll walk you through the most common and most harmful sardine mistakes. Some seem tiny, but once you understand the science behind them, you'll see just how important they really are. By the end, you'll know exactly how to get the full health power of sardines, without wasting taste, nutrition, or money. Mistake number 1. Throwing out the bones and why it's hurting your health. Most people pull out the tiny sardine bones thinking it's safer, but this is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Sardine bones are soft, fully edible, and pressure-cooked until they're tender. You barely even notice them, but your body definitely does, because those tiny bones are one of the richest natural sources of calcium you can eat. Just one serving gives you over a third of your daily calcium needs, plus vitamin D, which helps your body actually absorb it. Together, calcium and vitamin D protect your bones, muscles, and teeth, and they become even more important as you age. So every time you remove those bones, you're not making your meal safer. You're throwing away the very nutrients your body needs the most. Keep the bones, they're soft, safe, and incredibly good for you. Mistake number 2. Choosing water-packed instead of oil-packed sardines. A lot of people grab water-packed sardines thinking they're the healthier option, but this simple choice actually costs you both flavor and nutrition. Here's why. Water dries out the fish. It washes away taste, makes the texture bland, and lets the natural oils inside the sardine break down over time. That means fewer omega-3s and a less satisfying meal. Oil-packed sardines are completely different. The oil acts like a protective shield, keeping the fish moist, fresher, and much richer in nutrients. Those healthy fats don't just improve taste. They also support your heart, lower inflammation, and help your body use the omega-3s more effectively. Yes, oil-packed sardines have a few more calories, but they're good calories, the kind that your heart and brain actually benefit from. So if you want the best taste and the highest nutrition, skip the water-packed tins and go for sardines packed in quality oil. Mistake number 3. Leaving open sardine cans out too long. Unopened sardines can sit safely on your shelf for years, but the moment you open the can, everything changes. As soon as air hits the fish, oxidation begins. That means the oils start to break down, nutrients disappear, and the flavor turns sharp or metallic. Water-packed sardines spoil the fastest, sometimes in under 24 hours. Oil-packed sardines stay good for about 2 to 3 days, and tomato-based ones last around 4. But here's the step most people miss. Never store the leftovers in the metal can. Once opened, the metal reacts with air and the oils, speeding up spoilage and giving the fish an unpleasant taste. The fix is simple. Move the sardines immediately into a clean, airtight glass or plastic container. This protects the flavor, keeps the nutrients intact, and makes your sardines safe to eat for the next few days. Mistake number 4. Ignoring expiration dates and storage rules. A lot of people think can sardines last forever, but they don't. Over time, heat, moisture, and sunlight slowly break down both the can and the fish inside. When that happens, the oils oxidize, the flavor turns sour, and the nutrients start to fade. In the worst cases, A weakened can even let bacteria in, making the sardines unsafe to eat. And here's something most people never realize. Not all sardines store the same way. Sardines packed in tomato sauce or other acidic liquids break down much faster than sardines packed in oil. That means if you buy different types, you should rotate your stock. Use the tomato-packed cans first, and save the oil-packed ones for longer storage. To keep your sardines safe and nutritious, store them in a cool, dry, dark place, and always check the expiration date before opening the can. Mistake number 5. Only eating them straight from the can. Sardines are one of the easiest foods you can eat. Open the can and you're ready to go. But if that's the only way you eat them, you're missing out on a lot of flavor and a lot of nutrition. Sardines are incredibly versatile. You can mash them into a spread with a little olive oil or yogurt, toss them into salads for extra protein, stir them into pasta or rice, add them to scrambled eggs, or use them in Mediterranean-style dishes with tomatoes, capers, herbs, and lemon. And here's the real benefit. Pairing sardines with vegetables, healthy fats, and whole grains actually helps your body absorb more of their nutrients, especially their omega-3s and fat-soluble vitamins. So don't limit sardines to eating them straight from the can. With a few simple additions, you can boost flavor, boost nutrition, and turn them into a delicious, healthy meal. Mistake number 6. Assuming all sardines taste the same. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking every can of sardines tastes identical, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Sardines vary hugely depending on where they come from, the water they're caught in, the season, and what they're packed in. Sardines from the Atlantic taste different from Mediterranean or Pacific sardines. Cold water varieties tend to be firmer and milder, while warm water sardines are softer and richer. And the packing liquid changes everything. Olive oil, tomato sauce, mustard, or water each give the fish a completely different character. So if you tried one can and didn't like it, don't give up on sardines altogether. A different brand, different origin, or different packing style can taste like a totally different food. Finding the right sardine for your taste takes a little experimenting, but once you do, it can completely change your experience. Mistake number 7. Pairing sardines with the wrong flavors. Sardines are bold, rich, and full of natural oils, and that means they need the right flavors to balance them. One of the biggest mistakes people make is mixing sardines with ingredients that clash instead of complementing their taste. To bring out the best in sardines, pair them with bright, fresh, or tangy flavors. A squeeze of lemon, a splash of vinegar, tomatoes, capers, onions, fresh herbs like parsley or dill. All of these help cut through the richness and make the fish taste cleaner and lighter. What you want to avoid are heavy cream sauces or sweet glazes. Cream makes the dish feel too oily and heavy, and sugary toppings fight against the natural saltiness of the fish. The key is simple: contrast, not competition. Choose fresh, sharp ingredients that brighten the sardines, and you'll completely transform the flavor. Mistake number 8. Rinsing away taste and nutrition. A lot of people rinse sardines under water, thinking they're removing extra salt or making them healthier. But this simple habit actually does the opposite. When you rinse sardines, you're washing away the very things that make them so nutritious: the healthy fats, omega-3s, and fat-soluble vitamins that naturally mix with the oil or sauce inside the can. You're also rinsing off a lot of the flavor, which is why the fish can taste dry or bland afterward. If sodium is your concern, there's a much better solution. Choose low-sodium sardines or reduce the salt in the rest of your meal. That way, you keep all the nutrients and all the taste without washing anything away. So skip the rinsing, keep the flavor, keep the nutrition, and enjoy sardines the way they're meant to be eaten. Who should be careful with sardines? Sardines are incredibly healthy, but they're not the perfect choice for everyone. If you have high blood pressure, stick to low-sodium varieties. People with gout or high uric acid should eat sardines in moderation because they're naturally higher in purines. Those who are prone to kidney stones should check with their doctor before eating them regularly. And if you're pregnant, you may need to watch your sodium and calorie intake. For most people, though, sardines are one of the best foods you can add to your diet. Sardines are a powerful, affordable superfood, but only if you handle them the right way. When you choose the right type, store them properly, and avoid the common mistakes we talked about, you unlock their full benefits. Better heart health, stronger bones, sharper brain function, and steady energy. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments which sardine mistake you were making without realizing it.